Welcome back to The Road Show. This morning in The Buzz, celebrities drafted for Super Bowl commercials are typically called on to deliver some of the fluffiest, most fun-loving endorsements. Not exactly the case for Tim Tebow. The Heisman Trophy-winning Florida quarterback is reportedly set to appear in an anti-abortion ad, and it's sparking controversy before it even airs during the big game on February 7th. The spot is funded by the conservative Christian group Focus on the Family, and it's expected to tell the story of Tim's mom, Pam, who became ill during her pregnancy with Tim, but the doctor recommended to have an abortion, that she have an abortion, but she refused it. Now, pro-choice groups are calling for Super Bowl broadcaster CBS to reject this spot, but the network is standing firm. Take a listen.
Some people won't agree with it, you know, but I think they can at least respect that I stand up for what I believe, and I'm never, shy about that. I don't feel like I'm very preachy about it.
They have rejected ads from PETA. They have rejected ads from the United Church of Christ. They have rejected ads from Move On.
Just an inspirational ad that features a mother and son who deeply and demonstrably love one another. And I think we need more of that in this country, not less.
Now, this is interesting. They don't actually mention the word abortion in the ad. And I do think it is interesting that CBS in the past has rejected similar
I found that
ads like these. But they say the reason that they would consider this is because it was responsibly produced an advocacy ad for this broadcast.
If I may, just a couple of quick points. Number one, you have to understand who Tim Tebow is.
Super religious on top of his...
He was born to missionary parents. Traveled around the world, born, I believe, in Malaysia and everything. So he is lives and dies with religion. So
with his faith.
With his faith. Number one, I'm not so sure that part of the reason why CBS allowed this was because it is Tim Tebow and he is
very
recognized.
Interesting. Yeah.
Number two, the ad revenues for CBS are way off.
I was going to mention that too. With the economy, I mean, these ads are getting, some of them, $2.8 million a minute.
Way off.
I mean, if they're going to put the money up, it leads you to believe you can almost put anything.
And the other thing,
thing
is that it's unfair right now, and I think for everybody right now. It hasn't been released, so we haven't had a chance to have a preview look at this to say, this is what I don't like about it.
It's all speculation.
Right.
This is what I like about it. This is what doesn't bother me.
Exactly.
And so that's difficult.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, and I think you guys make a good point about the fact that a lot of companies don't have the money or don't want to spend the money to advertise during the Super Bowl. So different organizations are taking advantage of this this particular spot.
It is going to be odd though, because during the Super Bowl and especially during the commercials, I mean, it's a laugh a minute during the commercials.
That's true.
And this is really the first year you're going to have something that.
Well, now you have to worry about pro-life people coming up quick with an ad that themselves trying to get something.
Yeah.
And if it meets the criteria of CBS, then it should also be aired.
Right. What's the criteria?
Very interesting, yeah. What's the criteria in a year when they're looking for lots of ad dollars?
Yeah.
Exactly. Courtney Calgieri, you're over there in the live blog, and I was curious as to whether this has sparked a discussion with any of our viewers.
More so on the live blog on Facebook. They're all actually on the same side. We have about 6 comments, so I can get to those in a minute. But the line's drawn down the middle on foxprovidence.com. Let's take a look to see what our viewers are saying. This one's from Tripp, and he said, if they have the money and want to advertise, I don't see how CBS or anyone else could stop them from telling a true story, whether we agree with the message or not. Having said that, they don't need the ad to run anymore. All the talk in the media and on the internet is priceless. And Lisa says, I don't think football needs to be getting political. So here's the poll on foxprovidence.com you guys can weigh in on. Should CBS air Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Tim Tebow's Super Bowl ad? A, yes, he should be able to tell his story. B, no, the game is not an appropriate venue. Or C, not sure, I'll be getting snacks. So you can weigh in there when you have a second. You have about to the end of the show to do that. And here's a snapshot of what Facebook is looking like right now. And Mike Mailhot says the fact that a company paid to have this ad aired tells me CBS should play this. And about the other 5 comments say, of course, freedom of speech, why not? So we'll see what the ad has. But I'll be back at the end of the show with the poll results, see what you said. For now, back to the kitchen.